What up, tribe? It's your girl Raji, and I'd like to welcome you to my podcast, The Kush Concierge, something for the people, where the evolved hustler comes to learn more about hoodoo, tarot, astrology, culture, and everything in between. I hope you guys had a beautiful Sunday, and now we're ready to tap into this Monday's energy, which is all about opening roads and getting prepped for the rest of the week. Now, on Mondays, we indulge with the moon, and today, with the moon being waxing gibbous in Cancer, I feel like your intuitive nudges and your meditations should be extra strong. Don't forget what I say about meditations, y'all. You know you can meditate any way you want. You don't gotta sit in the grass, cross legs, a la Buddha, to get your meditation on. Sometimes meditation is simply you cooking and listening to music. Hey, you could be exercising. Meditation can be done in a variety of ways. Whatever connects you quickly and easily to your guides, spirit, and your elevated ancestors. What does meditation mean for you? You feel me? Mondays are super powerful. It's all about going within. It's a great day to do fertility spells. So if you are working on a new project, if you are looking to enhance your life, or maybe you actually want to be fertile and, have you a little bambina, then I definitely understand. So this will be the day to get that done. A waxing gibbous moon is really about packing power behind what you were working on with the waxing crescent moon. So think just that extra push for everything that you want to see come to fruition, as little or as big as you can dream it and see it. It's all about what you want and what you're guided to do. Today is a great day to do water magic. It's a great day to make traveler's charms. It's also a good day to anoint and cleanse your tools that you work with, as well as your home. And again, we're tapping in with spirit, just making sure we're going in the right direction and what we should be doing today. So if you are in need of an intuitive session, look me up on thekushconcierge.com, and I'll be more than happy to get you guys in with these same day appointments so we can make sure we're moving in the right direction. You don't always have to book a full reading. You can just simply do either a yes or no reading, or you can do a quick reading to kind of get you started. So don't think we have to sit up and get it in, or heck, you may be choosing something that is more essentially like a written or video reading for me. Either way it go though, you don't always have to have this long drawn out reading about what decisions that you need to make. Sometimes it is as quick as a yes or no. So yeah, y'all, tap in if you need some guidance. Now, today is the second day of the Hoodoo spring cleaning. I do have the guide with the specific recipes and the rituals on Patreon. I was asked a very interesting question, so I do want to tap in and let you guys know that you can substitute. This is just a guide. Like a part of Hoodoo and our ancestors, they used what they had. So if you don't quite have all of these ingredients, or you have another way of doing it, then definitely just make sure the intention is there. And I just say, now one thing I will say don't do is, do is move from back to the front of your house as though you're pushing and opening and getting things out. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure you're doing it in that nature. Today is Monday, so it's all about tapping into Papa Legba or Elegua, whoever you want to identify him as, and asking him to open your roads and remove any blockages that may be standing in your way. Like more so, let me tap in with my ancestors this week. Let me tap in with my guys this week. Allegua, open these roads for me, basically, because all in all, tomorrow is Tuesday, and we're gonna be asking Agun to move that shit on about our way. You feel me? Any lingering energy. This is gonna be very important. The next 48 hours are very important, because as you know, we are about to be tapping into this Mercury retrograde energy, which it can bring up kind of like chaos and conflict, breakdowns in communication, making like pointless mistakes that really can cost you in the long run. The full Mercury retrograde doesn't occur until April the 1st. So you got a little time, but we are entering the shadow phase. So go ahead today, get your protection on, get your cleansing done, and set the tone so that you don't have to be bothered with that lagging energy that just doesn't suit you at all. You know, some people are gonna let it fly by the wayside, and we just gonna sorrows, prayers them, because, you know, like I said, who's raw dog in life? Our ancestors didn't, and we sure aren't either. So Psalm 65 is a great song to utilize when you're opening your roads. So tap into that. Make sure you end it with Ashe. You know, so might it be. You know, call it in as you want it to happen. Let's see. What else going on today, y'all? Let's see. So with the Cancer, you know, we're doing everything within our self-care. We're nurturing our home. Cancer is ruling the body parts of the chest. You know, and if you want to sign any agreements today, under this energy of Cancer, is going to be decent to do so. Let me see. What else? Let's go for these planetary alignments. Let's see what we are missing. I'm gliding through this shit today. That's what happened when you be prepped a little bit. I'm sure my ADHD gonna cause me to veer off a little bit, but I try to be I'm trying to work on being more like prepped, so I don't be like, lots of filler words. That's what we call it in the customer service world. You know, your filler words, trying to connect your thoughts. So yeah, Astro Seed. Let's see what y'all got going on. First quarter moon, we still kind of somewhat in that energy. It's about to push over into wax and give it though. Look at me, just said it. Damn it, Johnny. Okay, so the sun is sextile Pluto. So any deep work you're doing in terms of your shadow, just like yesterday, it is going to benefit you. So go on ahead and get it out the way. That's my best advice. Get that mess out the way today, okay? Don't let it follow you into this next season. Do not. It will be a hindrance, just because not only are we stepping out of the waxing phase, which you can attract good and bad. So I don't even want to get into it, because I don't want to say one phase is better than the others. Some people do work better within chaos and like deconstruction of things. Some people just move in alchemy, like for instance, being born on a particular phase, your energy is just stronger. You're able to do more work. So don't think just because you're working during a waning phase, that's just you being able to destroy and remove. So I ain't gonna get into that. But what I will say is, in terms of retrograde coming, and also like we've got that lunar eclipse, so you know that you want to like clear all this shit out so it doesn't pop up in your way while you're doing the 41-day identity shift. As it gets ready to end within the next week, we're like, okay, getting rid of it. We're moving out of the redemption phase and we are rebirthing ourselves, right? So no, we're not trying to be dealing with past energies. We're not trying to be still tapping in. Like healing, of course, it's not some quick fix. You know, manifesting is not some quick fix. Hoodoo is not some quick fix. It's not. Rework and conjure is not a quick fix. It's a lot of clearing out blockages, clearing out generational trauma. It's a lot of shadow work. It's a lot of ego deaths in this. And so I don't want to perpetuate the idea that you're going to come through and it's like, oh, it's going to be the easiest shit you ever done. Sunshine, rainbows, fa la 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 la. No. But you are going to catch those extra blessings from doing the necessary work. And some phases and some cycles are a little bit more challenging than others to get it done. So if you do the work in advance, you don't really have to be doing too much. You could just kind of float. You can kind of glide, or you see the drama coming, so you know you're equipped to like block it and move it on out the way. The sun is conjuncting Neptune. So, in terms of your intuition and your imagination, I'm going to say, especially with this moon in Cancer, you can definitely tap in with spirit very heavily today and get the guidance that you need. So use this Monday energy to your advantage. Take some time to sit in the quiet, and that's probably like the only time. Or, like I said, conjure with the music. Put on your shuffle and see what spirit tells you. See where spirit guides you, see what speaks to your soul about the next moves you need to be making. Like, today is a great day for that. Let's see. We got the moon squaring Mercury. So there may be a little minor conflict with the fact that you want to stay tucked in. You kind of want to keep sort of private about what you are putting together. There might be some minor conflict with how you're moving forward and communicating. Yeah, you might not be too pushy about wanting to let people know what you got going on, and that's not always a bad thing. So just be kind of particular about what you share. I split the deck of the 9 of Sticks. Yeah, don't be too willy-nilly. I always tell y'all, it's a way to do everything. You can reveal without revealing. That's a true talent and skill that I have acquired over the years, so I know it can be done. A lot of people will assumingly say, oh, she's sharing her life, she's sharing too much, and it's a lot of shit that you will never see. It's a lot of things you'll never see. It's a lot of areas in my home and my workspace that you'll never see. It's a lot of aspects that are kept private. So again, just refine it. You can share, you can let people know things without just giving them the whole recipe. Just give them a few things. It's a way to do it. The moon is trending Venus, so that's good. That means they are harmonious. You're getting your gifts from that. So that is beautiful. So however you are showing up in this caring, nurturing way, that's how you are being able to relate to your peers, your family, and how you just build your charisma. Let's see. The moon is doing interesting things today. It's only squaring Mercury, like just not wanting to really get out there, put yourself out there too much. So you have to push against that energy because you got to do the push for your extra projects, Meditate first, then get on out there. The moon is sextile Jupiter, so that's what's up, because what you intuitively gather, what you take time to nurture subconsciously, that's what's going to benefit you in the long run. That's what's going to help you with your luck, your prosperity, your true happiness. It doesn't always have to involve financial gain. The moon is trending Saturn, so do that deep work, do that intuitive work. And getting your house together is going to benefit you. Getting your house together can involve not just the physical aspect of your house, but also your family, your kids, your dog, your spaces. If you guys don't know, it's the 2 places in your home that are very, very important are your bathroom and your kitchen. Your bathroom is your money. Your kitchen is your kitchen is your personal life. So all of those are going to be beneficial to keep clean, to cleanse, to make sure it's always harmonious. And I want to say, my bad, y'all, don't quote me, because I feel like I'm right though. It could be one or the other. Tap in. I'll blog about it or put it in the comments. It could be switched around. Either way though, your money and your bathroom is the 2 most important places in your house. Okay, so make sure you get that in order. Either way, but I will follow up and let y'all know which is which, because one has to do with money and one has to do with your personal endeavors, your life, yourself. That's why you always supposed to keep them 2 areas clean, always. Let's see. Venus is conjuncting Saturn, both in Pisces. Hey, Pisces. Little bitty fishies. Last but not least, gang. So yeah, lots of illusion, lots of daydreaming, but also lots of deep work. People be playing Pisces. How y'all don't respect us and we the oldest? We the oldest, the most well-rounded, because we include a piece of all the signs. we are mirrored, we're reflected. Like, it be tripping me out when people be like, Pisces are so unhinged. No, you just feel that way because you know we see all aspects of shit. So it looks away, but don't sleep, man. Don't sleep. We've got Mars is square Uranus, so it's still some pushback with, you know, shifting over and deciding that you're going to make a change. It's still some pushback with how you show up as an individual and how confident you are about that. Jupiter is sextile Saturn, so that's what's up. We still getting those blessings from our discipline and things that we put out. We getting it right back. Jupiter is in conjunction with Uranus. So in terms of long-term growth, success, and happiness, it is going to benefit you to step into who you truly are without worrying about how it looks to everybody else. You know, it might be a little pushback, but that don't mean you ain't supposed to do it. Just because something refining is, like, uncomfortable sometimes, but that don't mean you ain't supposed to do it. Just because you get to your 10th rep and you start to feel a little strain when you're working out, that don't mean you ain't supposed to do that shit. You're supposed to keep going, obviously. Feel the burn, okay? Your node, which is in Aries, is square the moon. So this is all about your purpose, your light, or if it's your south node, because they got like 4 nodes on this astro seek. So I never know which is which in terms of like if it's the north node or the south node. But what I can say is, in terms of your destiny, your purpose, your karma, your past life, there's a little work that needs to be done. Maybe in terms of your family or your home, or, you know, things that you nurture and care for, ideally yourself. So you might still be doing a little work with that. You know, you might be raging against the machine in terms of your lineage, but Spirit is letting you know with the railroad bill card at the bottom of the deck, keep going. Fight the noise, okay? The nodes are conjuncting with Mercury, and they are freewheeling with I'm gonna keep going with that, with Lilith, and the nodes are conjuncting with Chiron. We're still doing quite a bit of work I see here with Lilith and the nodes, more so than anything. The moon. Oh, y'all, it's a red bird outside my office window. Oh my God. Hello. Blessings, blessings. Gracias. For real. I accept it. Okay. But yeah, so the nodes here are very much so, and Lilith is here to work with you, to assist you with your path and doing that work subconsciously, so that you don't let it affect your physical reality. So yeah, we are definitely in this final run for redemption, y'all. So the universe, beat God, your ancestors, your guides, they like, okay, now here you go. You know, so make sure y'all doing y'all journals. Make sure you're counting your blessings. Make sure you're always being grateful no matter what. Like, if you have a thought where it's like, ugh, you know, immediately follow that shit up with, okay, but I do have this, you know. I don't think it's toxic positivity. I think it's just deciding what frequency you gonna operate on at the end of the day. You can sink or swim, you know what I'm saying? Like Gunna say, you're dripping or you're drowning. You're dripping or you drown now. Drip or drown. Shit. I choose to drip. So even if it look bad, even if it look, you know, shitty, I just try to find what they used to call, when I was working in customer service, areas of opportunity. You know, where can I go in and do the necessary work to make this, alchemize this, and make this better for myself and my family. That's how I work with it, okay? Period, point to the blank. Let me see. Chiron is square the moon, so yeah, it's not comfortable, but it has to happen, you know. You got some dark things, some needs to heal. Keep going. Keep moving. Don't let it affect you moving forward. This is a very important time span, as we get ready to fully embrace this Pluto in Aquarius. And depending on your most prominent placements, like we came out of Pluto in Capricorn, and it was like, I know my moon is in Capricorn, so it was a lot of shadow work. It was a lot of like clearing out karmic debt, some debt that just didn't even belong to me. That's why I think people get it twisted. Like, it's not always about you. Sometimes you clearing out debt from generations. You remember that I was talking to y'all about the fall of the House of Usher? Sometimes you clearing out some shit, that decisions your great grandparents made. Like, you clearing that out, you know. And a lot of us, especially in the indigenous community, in the African communities, and just the more oppressed communities, we are dealing with a lot of generational trauma that we're having to clear out, you know, that we're just having to say goodbye to. A lot of times you'll find yourself like in the valley or on the mountain, really just you, spirit, your elevated ancestors, and your guides, you know. Nobody there to cheer you on, nobody there to root you on, because you're doing something that's never been done in your lineage, and that's healing, you know. It's simple as healing. A lot of people gonna keep the status quo because that's what they've been accustomed to. That's what they've been trained to do, and that's no shade, you know. Everybody has their part to play. But at the end of the day, if you've been called, if you've been chosen, and you say, okay, I'm going to answer the call, you know, be prepared to step and do that shadow work and do that healing. That's why I do so well agree with like the older Hoodoo practitioners and the conjure women that are older, and they let you know, like, ain't nothing about this sunshine and rainbows all the time. And a lot of people doing their light work, and they forget that there's a lot of shadows, there's a lot of darkness, there's a lot of things that you got to work through to truly find yourself in this essence. And sometimes that walk is lonely, sometimes that walk is scrutinized, sometimes, you know, it's dangerous. Shit. I've experienced that myself. Sometimes it's a dangerous walk. I had to learn. Now I'm more like comfortable because I'm in my own space. I'm definitely more guarded. I'm more like up in my protection. 22 on the time step, as I say that. So I've changed directions in how I do these. That don't mean I'm going to stop doing it. I'm not hiding at all. But I'm most definitely just being more strategic about who, what, when, where. Like a lot of things I wasn't comfortable to show or do until I was in a space where I felt like I could be protected, where I could, you know, have certain like more control. And that's just what it was. But it didn't mean that I wasn't going to answer the call, like I wasn't going to do it, you know. And I feel like historically in my lineage, we have gifts. We definitely do. But it's like a lot of us are afraid, and rightfully so. Like I said, I'm not condemning nobody that chose not to go because they were afraid, or maybe they were, you know, sideswiped in this space, because a lot of times people in my lineage, as soon as you decided you were going to do something of this caliber, you know, you were committed, you were ostracized, and I personally have gone through that process. So this is not an isolated incident for my lineage. Like every time an indigenous woman decides in my family that she's going to step into the call, there are energies, people, spirits, whatever, that decide, hey, we're going to intervene and we're going to stop that. I personally have been doing a little research on that, like why is that? But I know it was done. So I, however, have called myself to be like I said, I'm more strong-minded. And not to say my folks are strong-minded. It's just, if I decide, it's been different for me. My ways, how I do things, it's just been different for me. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this shit. But I look at it like, what other options? What are the other things? What's the other way? It didn't seem fun. It didn't seem fulfilling. So fuck it, we ball. That's how I felt like. But I did go through trials and tribulations. I did go through many a shadow and ego, dark night of the soul flow. Like, it happened, And I may have approached those conversations with you guys differently at the time than I do now. And I think I'm going to do a YouTube about it too. But it's like, because I've been documenting, or I've decided to document my journey as I build my practice and, decide to pass these gifts on to my children. I think it's very important that we document and we talk about it, because a lot of our elders, either they are phasing out of it, needing to pass things on, or they just chose not to do it. And then you got, like, again, the millennials, they have trained us to move a certain type of way. So then you skip over us to the next generation. And not saying they ain't ready, but it's like they just more free. So they be like, they don't really care, So who steps in that gap? You feel me? Who the aunties and the unks that are now coming through, which is my generation, the 80s babies and early 90s babies. Like, now it's time for us to get prepared to go to war for our families and our lineages. Now it's time for us to do so. And like I said, I was met with mad ass resistance, energetically, because my lineage is very powerful, but they was no. And it's more of a fear in my eyes than anything, of being ostracized or being committed or being, and I'm like, shit, I already passed them Mortal Kombat levels. So here I am, big and bold as shit. I've been past them levels, baby. I've been there, done that. And I'm glad, and I always say this, that it's been a beautiful thing for the TikTok and the Instagram communities and even Twitter. Like, it gives you this knowing that there are people out there that practice, they live by it, they do it, because at a point in time, you will be made to feel like you crazy, or like you not really, like you ain't got all your sense, like you don't even know how many times, even in like this present moment with past partners, like, trying to make you feel like you losing your damn mind. Meanwhile, it's millions of people out here that's practicing. It's millions of people that's reading cards. It's millions. Like, this is not like a group of randos. You feel me? And even in the 2000s, I was kind of ostracized and looked at like, why you doing that? But those are agents. What they call in the Matrix, agents, Smiths. You got to know how to distinguish. And some people, they more scared of their own power than they are of you. You feel me? Because then it reflects. What D. Gregory said, once you put on the magic glasses, you can't take them bitches off. But he say it like that, but short quote. But you can't take them off. So when you start exposing people to their shadow work, to their higher selves, they get intimidated, they get fearful, and you just got to be careful about that. So I had to learn with my Mercury in Aries. I had to learn discretion. I had to learn how to educate people without belittling them, without being too aggressive. Because, when you first get in, it's like, oh my God, wow. It's like a surge of energy. But everybody is not so accepting of that. Some people need it slow. They need it in slow dosages. So I learned that. And I won't say I necessarily learned that shit the easy way. I sure haven't. But I'm grateful for the lessons. I'm grateful for, my gifts and my tutelage. I'm grateful for, just my family, because I don't down my family, but I feel like my elevated ancestors, the ones who've moved on, they would be very proud to know that someone in their lineage finally answered the call, because every family got one. Some family got more than one, you know? Every family got one. And I just feel like my lineage, I'm speaking on a very Cancer moonish type of energy right now. I just feel like my lineage, they was against it. They were afraid. Nobody wants to be committed. Nobody wants to be ostracized and not dealt with. So I get it. I totally get it. But yeah, not me though. Not me. You tried and they failed, honey. Sorry. Not sorry. I love it. I'd be so hyped. Like y'all, yesterday, me and my daughter went out in our yard on the property, and we took pictures of different trees and herbs to see what we had available to us. Cause I am living right now on indigenous land of my ancestors. And that is a manifestation in itself. You feel me? That's a conjure in itself. I'm like, oh, okay, you put me right here to do what I'm supposed to do. So we went outside and we looked and we took pictures, and I got certain trees and herbs, and it was so comforting to know, like, all right, not only is this something that is my purpose, but we can make a living off of this, because there's something called what is it, like small homesteading. So you don't gotta be like on this big old plot of 2-3 acres to forage and to make your gardens and to do natural things. A lot of people feel like you gotta get you 3-4-5 acres, which is a beautiful thing, but for those of us who still kind of stay near society, you can still do like small homesteading. So I was definitely on the lookout to see, what I could do, because I don't want to go into the matrix if I'm blessed enough to do so. I don't want to be just doing that. So yeah, I was pleased, and I love what I do. I'm looking for the words. I'm blessed and highly favored. Okay? I'm pleased. I know, like, for a root worker, a hoodoo, a conjure, for me to be on my ancestors' land, for me to be by where they did their ceremonies and where they are, worshiping, the spirit and the nature, like their rivers, that's big shit. So I feel like that was a gift. That was a gift from my elevated ancestors. Like, since you made the transition, here you go. So, just because people on the outside looking in might not support you right off, that don't mean your spirit guides and people on the other side not supporting you, 32. That don't mean you're not getting that support from them. Okay? So keep that in mind. That was just a small, testimony to let y'all know, when you decide to step in bravely, of course it's not going to always be the most peachy keen, but that don't mean that if you pass the test in the initiation, that don't mean that your ancestors and your guides aren't going to bless you. They are alive. Their spirits are around. You can call. Just like you can call on God and ask for assistance, you can call on your elevated ancestors. You can call on guides who passed on as well. Like, for example, if you're a businesswoman, if you are a person that is into healing and herbalism, calling on Marie Laveau for guidance is going to be your team. She's someone you might want to say, hey, Marie, help me out, please, and thanks. Just depending. So that's where I get like the guide information. I will give y'all like information on the guides that I use. But, there's tons of Loa. There's tons. Like, it's not just Marie Laveau. You can tap into Aunt Caroline. She was a very successful businesswoman as well, and a good person in terms of charity and sacrifice to the community. So just continue to do your research. Continue to build your spirit team, as they call it. Build your army. You never know. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get this reading in today, because I do want to make sure that all my T's are crossed and my I's are dotted for the for this spring equinox. So So let's see what information and guidance the elevated ancestors and the spirit guides and spirit heads for us. Thank y'all so much for opening the roads and communication and allowing me to speak freely and assist my tribe. I appreciate it. I definitely don't abuse the gift. I appreciate the gift. All right, y'all. Let's see what it's talking about. Y'all know this energy been thick for the past couple days because some of us have not been cutting shit off like we should. So let's see what they got. So 8 of Knives in reverse. We got the Queen of Baskets for the present energy. We got the Daughter of Coins in the upright for the tribe energy. We've got the Ace of Coins in the reverse for the near future. And we got the Father Sims in reverse for the overall energy. So from here, I see that we are still kind of feeling trapped. We are still working on what we need to do to heal and gain stability within our lives. And, still dealing with an imbalanced energy with this Sagittarius energy here. But we are leaning more into caring for ourselves and following our intuition with this Mother of Baskets in the present. And we are committing, okay? We are getting organized. So, yeah, let's tap in and see y'all with more. It's always work. It's always work. Baby, if you want that real, get you the Hoodoo Tarot deck. They ain't finna give you sunshine and rainbows every day. Nah. It's very much giving, let it go. Feel me? Get it together. Sometimes it's good. It's all good. But they gonna tell you, baby. And if you look up reviews of this deck, it'd be so funny. Everybody got the same thoughts about it. It's on my Amazon store if y'all want to get it. But everybody got the same thoughts. Like, nah, they don't play. People was like, sometimes I just put it down. Because they don't play. She did a very good job with this deck, okay? I'm about to have to get a new one because I'm going to talk to my ancestors every day with y'all, by myself. So, yeah. Anyway, back to the nature at hand. So, yeah, we are feeling a little trapped. Maybe you're not afraid. You're afraid that you won't be able to move forward. Tell me about the 8 and 9. Yeah, and that's because, again, some cycles are still moving on. So, for those of us who have not ended certain cycles, you are being encouraged to do so, baby. We at the final portion. Yeah. Scared. Very much self-limiting beliefs, not dealing with the fact that you need to push, you need to do, holding yourself back, afraid of this new start, this new journey. You gotta stop that. It's not easy, but it's necessary. Clarify the Garden in reverse. Yep, you're going to need some strength. So you got to build your strength here. Leo energy. Let's see. So, yeah, you holding yourself back from starting this new life. You got to stop. I was myself like, should I post? What should I post? Very unsure. But you can't be ashamed of your guides and your ancestors, and ask in the process of it all, being in the closet, asking them for things and asking them to help you on the other side and spiritually intervene for you. You gotta rep your city. Shit, that's what I just heard. Rep your city, baby. Fuck. You can't be worried, man. You can't. If you've heard the call, if you are knowing that this is the path and you're no longer operating, you can't 1 foot in, 1 foot out it. Commitment, following your intuition. Tell me more about this Ace of Coins in reverse. So you're fighting instability. You're fighting the idea that you're not as disciplined as you should be, possibly. Hold on. So any feelings like you're not as stable as you want to be, Any feelings like you aren't planning the way you should, you got to fight. You got to keep going. So that's Aries energy. Yeah, you got to get your plans together long term. Take the time today to do it. That's why I'm happy I'm going to start early, because you got to fight the feeling of just settling in your normal ways. Like, the way you were doing it before is not going to get it. And I feel like we've been having this talk for the past 3-4 days. So keep fighting, Keep fighting that feeling of just sitting in your comfort. Fight it. Clarify the Father of Sims, please. So it's time for you to balance your emotions. Right now, you are needing to deal with what you are loyal to, who you are loyal to, because that is going to be very dependent on how much you are able, how much and how quickly you're able to heal. Okay. Yeah. You're gonna have to sometimes, and also your communication too. I just heard that, because that Mercury is interesting today. So heal the way you communicate with yourself and others and the universe and your guides. As I dig more into my indigenous culture deeper, everything is alive. Everything has a spirit. Everything has, you know what I'm saying? You got to be real careful around these parts. So you can't be just talking crazy with the leaves and the trees and thinking like, Remember the Beauty and the Beast? How everything in the house was alive? Like, think of it like that. Seriously. The teacups were alive. The spice was alive. The spice rack. You remember that? Y'all seen Beauty and the Beast? If you are older and you need to go back with your adult eyes and watch Beauty and the Beast. For real. You know what I'm saying? Because that will teach you what indigenous people know to be true. They call it animism. That's what they call it. But spirituality, everything has a soul, everything has a spirit. You have to, so you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm getting more deep with that. But I'm here to let you know. Don't sleep. Don't. You talking in the air and you don't realize everything in your house. They even went so far, like I've been, your house is alive. Yeah, your house has a spirit. Okay. All right, then. A good protection ward for your house is to give it a name that nobody else knows. 1010, as I say that. So that's a little fun tip for the protection ward conversation we were supposed to be having today. Your house is alive. Your house can be a ward in itself, but you have to bless it and give it a name, and don't tell nobody else the name. Y'all hear me flicking these pages. I'm finna write it down. I gotta keep that 1010. Okay. So let's see what the traditional tarot deck, the guides, have for us. So we see what the ancestors told us, which is not a bad thing. Like I said, sometimes the cards going in the reverse aren't always bad. It's just, like I said, areas of opportunity. Think of everything as an area of opportunity. Truly. But yeah, ain't no hiding who you are and then running around asking the ancestors and the guides and people like that for assistance. Like, for instance, another good person, people who go to Saint Expedite, which I petitioned Saint Expedite before, and he works. Oh, he works. But you have to thank him publicly. Okay? So you'll see a lot of people, if you join some hoodoo groups and like stuff like witchcraft groups on like Facebook and different places, you'll see where Saint Expedite like came through and helped somebody, and that's just for quick help. He's a saint, Catholic, for real. It's real deal. So yeah, he requires pound cake, and so you don't always have to pay him ahead of time. You pay him after. You pay him with acknowledgement, and you pay him with pound cake, and he takes other offerings too. But so that's just a good example of you can't be around here in the spiritual closet with all of the saints, all of the guys. Sometimes they want public acknowledgement that, hey, I helped you supernaturally. I helped you in the ethers. Recognize me. Let people know it's real. So that's just a thought process for y'all, okay? A little tidbit for everybody, including myself. Because sometimes I go back and listen to these and I be realizing like I be channeling and it's things that like they'll speak through me and I be like, damn, okay. Alright. So let's see. I'm shuffling and I'm talking as I'm shuffling. I'm probably going to split this episode up real quick because I'm at the 45-minute mark. So give me 2 seconds, y'all. Let's bleed this on over. All right, y'all. So I did get the deck shuffled. We on the second portion, and the world is at the bottom of the deck. So regardless of the fact that you might not have ended the cycle of feeling as though you're not as strong as you want to be, it is where the cycles are ending. The illusions, the confusions, the delusions, they are out the window, okay? Because that world card is at the bottom of the deck. Tell me about the strength card. So you may be feeling like you are working and you are not getting what you want to see come through. Okay, tell me more. But Spirit is here. Continue to follow your rituals. Continue to do what you need to do. Have faith in the midst of the storm and the valley. And you continue to do the right thing. And you will be rewarded. 101 on the timestamp. You are no longer begging and pleading and asking for crumbs. You are following your intuition. And you're letting these things in. So the idea of you begging and asking, nah. Asking twice is too much like begging. 1, 2, 3. Asking twice is too much like begging. So you need to let that shit in. Hold on. I want to see something too. Because I want to see something. What is this? The 6 of coins. Cha. MC light. Let me tell y'all. It's a ghost. But yeah, at this time, you need to follow your intuition about people that you just be begging for certain shit that you just don't gotta beg for. But I do want some confirmation. So hold up. Keep your mindset strong. Don't fall victim to the BS. Please don't. It will not benefit you. A little pause while I look. I want to take that as the days of you just continuously being a beggar are over. But sometimes I feel like I need a little confirmation. Slight confirmation. I am human. But they usually say your first mind is where it said, honey. So I know I'm probably going to look and be like, oh, yeah, dude. Can't be what you're not, so you better start living with what you got. Yeah. Oh, okay. And I was right. Depending on others, Taurus energy here. Depending on others, that shit's ending. That's over. That's done. Ending one-sided relationships. Yeah. That's a done daughter. Tell me about the Tower. Yeah, you no longer need to be carrying these burdens. You need to be caring about yourself. Okay? So you investing in, again, these partnerships and people that don't deal in reciprocity. Ain't nothing wrong with reciprocity. Ooh, I pulled both. It's got to do with balance, alignment. They trying to it's time for you to fall into alignment, come in out the cold, come in out the struggle confirmation. Clarify the daughter of coins. Yeah, you're no longer trapped in your mind about what you need to do. We got the 9 of swords in the reverse. You ain't self-deceiving. And we got the 5 of cups in the reverse. You are no longer trapped in your mind about things that you need to leave alone. Yeah, you were stuck. You were hung up on these things. The hangman. Pisces energy. So also Pisces season, you walking away from these energies. You stuck in your mind about things that didn't work out. People who don't want to heal. Old emotions. Let it go. But there is something that you need to face, or you scared to face. Hold on. So be mindful of making immature investments you're not thinking all the way through. Things that are causing you to overwork. Things that basically, hold on, let me see. You don't see that you're overcoming the challenge of investing in things that you're not willing to work for. Deceit, lying to yourself. Shit, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of swords. You've been lying to yourself. There are things that you're not working for. You got to work for what you want. That's the reason why you're not seeing a victory here. You got to have some discipline. You got to go for it. You got to get confident. You got to be a leader. You got to be smart. Confident star card came out. True, Aquarius energy. So yeah, going about this investing long term into things that you're not willing to put the work in. You're not being true about how hard you're going for it. That's going to lead to a fail, a non-victory. Yeah, we got the King of Wands energy here. So we got heavy fire energy. Yeah, those cycles need to end. So I feel like Spirit and the ancestors are just like, get in line again, yet again. Period. La La Land by Mila J. Yeah, you got to overcome the challenge of that. You got to step away. You follow your intuition about people who aren't committing to you and let that shit end. And this could be partnerships, this could be lovers, this could be friends. These people are burdens, and you need to fall and deal with people that you are in alignment with. I'm going to get some oracle. Oracle time. So it's time to go hoard. It's time to go hoard in the paint. That's what I get. No matter how it looks to everybody else, it's time to go hard in the paint. Look what you made me do. Get it out the mud, say it's shot it low. All right, Oracle, what you got for me? How we feeling? What we need to do? You need to be consumed with spirit, your ancestors, your elevated ancestors, and gathering the strength that you need to forge through. You need to be still, so take time today to meditate. Take time today. Let me see, because and that's Aquarius energy. I'm always interested in that stillness card. Hold on. What is it? Hold on. Stillness. The absence of movement or sound. So yeah, meditate today. Take time. Maybe you don't meditate with music today. Maybe you just sit out in nature and let that voice, that intuition speak to you. about what's going to be in alignment for you moving forward. Maybe that is one of the rare moments that you just sit in silence and allow your guides and God to really speak to you about what's the next move needing to be, what you need to let go of, what you need to move forward from. You don't know, yeah, so you can meditate in different ways, but I feel like today they're asking for you to listen to the birds, listen to the trees, listen to the wind, like Pocahontas. Memory. Your memories are what's holding you up. What was, what happened, that's what's holding you up. That's what's holding you back. Something's a mystery. King of Wands energy is a mystery. King of Wands is not having a victory. Or is this us? Tell me about that mystery. Oh, okay. Protect. So continue to protect what you love and hold dear. It's best to stay a mystery. So again, there's a way to do everything, but you don't got to tell everybody everything. Okay? The Star. But you ain't getting no rest though. Why? You ain't resting. Somebody's not resting. They're not having a victory. Tell me more. Love. You have got to be confident and know that what you asking for, you will receive. Get your rest. Show yourself care. Show your family care. Take the time to focus on your home life today. Balance is at the bottom of this deck. So yeah, you got to have balance, you know. Do your work. And I feel like we talked about this yesterday too. Do what you feel you need to do. And then just take some time for yourself. Don't forget. Remain a mystery. Somebody don't see. Immature offers. This near future could possibly have to do with something else too. And I feel like if I get another download about it, you guys will see it on the visuals. Because remember, I told y'all, sometimes I get extra downloads. I get extra downloads when I do the full like recordings and the visuals. So this near future energy here, I might get something else. But for now, again, continue to protect what you love. Continue to protect your next moves. Continue to keep certain things to yourself for now. And find balance in the work life of it all. Like, do what you're supposed to do, then take your breaks. Take your baths. Don't skip out on self-care. Because that's a part of spiritual hygiene too. I took a break. I haven't been running every day because I don't like to run when it's cold. I need a Peloton or some type of like machine in my office or my garage because I don't like to run when it's cold. And I won't. I'm a warm weather girl. Fall, summer, maybe a little bit of spring when it get warmer, but I'm definitely not one of those you see me running in my winter gear. Them be the times of year that I be like, I'm going to sleep in, I'm going to work from the house, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So don't feel guilty about those moments, you know. I'm more, you know, you might be just more of a warm weather creature, like myself. Don't feel guilty about moments where you know, lax up a little bit. Take a walk. Like I said, listen to spirit. Listen to your ancestors. See what they got to say to you. Get those downloads in nature. And then you can also, you know, later on, you can still do your meditating how you want. But I think presently spirit is asking for you to sit with them for a while. Yep, that's what I'm getting from that. Sit with spirit today. Sit with nature today. Ground. It's cool outside. It's finna get warmer though the rest of this week. So we'll all do that together. Okay? I didn't get in my little run in, but I'll go walking. Confirmation. I'll go walking. I'll see what I need to see, hear what I need to hear. And I suggest you do the same. That's my word, though. If you guys need a private reading today, definitely hit me up. I'll be more than happy to be of service for you. I'm going to record this. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube and turn on your notifications so you can be able to see the visuals of this reading. I'm going to post some things about Mercury retrograde a little later on today. And just things I feel like will help people out. So include myself, because sometimes I'll be discovering new things. So yeah, tap in. Don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe. I love y'all. Thank you for indulging me, and I pray this helps someone out. Y'all have a good rest of your day. We will chat soon.